Hey, good morning. It's a Saturday morning for me. I think I've said before a few times how I feel about Saturdays. They're great. They're so great. Turn off light. It's daytime. Turn off light. Okay, I had my little mood light going, but it's morning in Seattle. There's sunlight. I've got most of the day available to me to work on the game, which is great. So I'm making a game. I'm going to show it to you here. I like to demo recent progress at the beginning of each stream, and then I move on to actually working. So let's demo. So I did demo this same level yesterday. I am going to play through it and kill two birds with one stone, because there was but I've got a policy. The policy is not to God, I'm a mess. Okay, my policy is not to demo bonus challenges, and the thing I wanted to test was the bonus challenge. I'm gonna do it off stream if I do it, or I'll do it post demo, because certain spoiler policies I've got for the demo portion. Okay, so let's go demo something else then. Hostile blocks. Okay. So let me hit play on this. It's a new kind of enemy, basically. This guy I call him a chucker, and I do need a different character model for him because he looks exactly the same as a beard. What he does is he runs to the closest block and he pushes it towards the player. He just does that again and again and again. So there he was trying to get around the north side of it. Okay, now he's running off to where the block used to be. As soon as he gets there, he'll go, wait, it's not there. And he'll retarget. So that's what he's done. So I'll do a little puzzle example. You can get him to push it the way you want if you just control your relative position to him, or actually the block. See, so there can be puzzles where I want to avoid him knocking me around with the blocks. There can also be puzzles where I want to get him to push blocks to certain locations. I've got pacifist mode turned off. So I can push him. Man, pardon me, I'm still waking up. So I noticed a few bugs with this guy. Let's see, I noticed 2 bugs, basically. There's a thing where he will keep moving to the place where the block used to be. I'll show you. Let's let him knock it one time. Okay. So right now he's not going to the block because there's no place to, because the way that he wants to push it towards me is hey Plunderton is he wants to push it, I guess, east. Doesn't make sense. Okay, now he wants to push it south. Okay, so here's what he'll do. He'll knock the block there. Doing pretty good. This is maybe not a bug, but it's not intuitive behavior, I'll say. So it's not worth explaining in detail, but his rules for when he's going to go off and knock a block are kind of confusing and hard to predict. Also, the other thing is, if I move the block, he still goes to the old location where the block used to be before he comes up with a new strategy. Oh, what is the deal with these hiccups? I gotta get some better posture. Yep. I'm being quiet just to get rid of these hiccups. Okay. How's your day going, Plundy? You doing game stuff today? Oh, nice. Yeah. So I'm kind of on the fence with this guy as far as what I want to do today. What's not good? You're right. So there's different behavior that he's got, and some of it I can just level design away, you know. Others I can change his behavior. The problem is it's not always good to change behavior to be more smart in a puzzle game. You want him to be predictable. The parts that are hard should come from the design of the level as opposed to the design of the AI. So I'm wondering, do I want to spend more time today fixing him up? Or do I want to move on to fixing some bugs? Let me look at my bugs, because I'm going to do my playtester release tomorrow. And I'd like to get the most I can out of it. Let me see what bugs are really should be at the top of the list to fix. This will keep. That one's not real important. Let's see. Do I already have this written down somewhere? Okay, so I do have that. That I finished. So I don't think I recorded these bugs. I'll write them down now. Let's see. Wait a minute. Do I have anything about flinging? Okay. So flinging would be one. And the other one is no moves left. Or let's say player. Where am I putting flinging? Oh, I put it under stairs. Yeah, let's move this up to player. Okay, checking for stalemates. I'll write this, if it's a feature, I'll write it in languages if it's already been completed. When multiple moves are possible, but the multiple repeating moves are only ones left. Detect condition and kill M. That's pretty hard. Okay, bug. What's the bug? No moves left happens when surrounded by blocks. Okay. So I want to fix this one, and this one, and this one. Question is, do I have enough time tomorrow to fix those? If I did, then I'd say keep going on the checker AI. But you know what? What I should be doing with the checker is getting some character art from character model from ESOC for it, so I can get it in with a new look. Otherwise it's going to be confusing to the playtesters. So I'll wait on the checker. I think I should concentrate on these other bugs. Get our character model request to ESOC. All right. Okay, I'm going to do one thing without showing my work screen. I'm just going to send a note to ESOC while I'm thinking about it in my mail, and ask him, if he's up to do some more work. Just give him a heads up. ESOC, hello. Just letting you know I have some more character model work coming up. Are you still interested and available to work on it? Let's see. 4 or 5 new models. All right, maybe 4 or 5 new models. So I'm thinking Billy, who's a character, the Queen of Forks, who's another character that appears earlier. The beards, I want them to actually have a beard. I want a silly beard that has it's like a long beard that's rolled up when they're just peaceful, and then when they're angry, it points straight out. Just a long, crazy beard that's sort of like an extra appendage, vaguely penis-like. And then the chucker, which is a new game element, and there might be one or two others that I want to get in. All right, so I sent him a note just so it's not. So I don't want to do a thing where I get a whole bunch of concept art ready and I send it off to him and he's like moved on to some other project he's gotten busy with or something like that. So I'm just sending him a quick note. Then let's go back to the work screen. Right. All right. So it's going to be fixing bugs today. The important bugs that I want to be fixed for the release. I think let's start with because I feel like I could get this one pretty quick. Let's start with the you die if you land in an area that the only way you could leave it is by pushing blocks. So I put in some code to detect a no moves left condition and just kill you, so that you can keep playing in the level without having to restart it. I think I'll set up a little test bed here so I can reproduce this problem. I'm going to set up a few different cases that are all a bit close to each other and how they work. Alright, so this one will be the legit you should die case. This one will be a place where you shouldn't die, but it's only got one block. And this one will be another case where you shouldn't die and it's got 2 blocks. And the chucker, I'm going to get rid of him because he will just be hassling me while I'm intent on trying to look at other things. Right, so let's just verify that I can reproduce the bug. And Plundyton, you actually reminded me to add in an item, so it was I'll just write it as a question. If chucker is standing on a block pad, should his AI cause him to move off of it? It goes back to that question of how intelligent do I want to make the creature, at the expense of predictability. Okay, here I should die. Oh, that was a height map issue. Doesn't have to. Okay, so that was the death. Here's one where I shouldn't die, but I will. This is a repro. This one I think I won't die, and that's as it should be. So I just want to make sure I don't regress on that when I make a few changes. Okay. Okay, so for this, oh, I put it in piece util, that's right. Good for me in my refactoring. Yeah, there used to be about 1,000 lines of code inside of this one piece module, and I just broke it all out. Now I think there's like 200, 300. Yeah, 200. Okay. Can move to... Okay, do I have a can walk to? I don't. Let's go back to piece. I might be able to refactor this. No, it's a virtual. I don't want to. Okay. So thinking about the different checks that are performed here. So it's this does wall block walk, and it's treating the stack blocks as a wall. I think I want an exception to it. Oops. Okay, so we'll say O piece is stackable and O piece is pushable, turn false. Otherwise, we'll return the normal logic. So let me explain this to myself. This is the kind of thing that I've been playing with in my head recently as a coding style issue. I never used to think this way, but I'm starting to think that it's a code smell if I write comments like this inside the code. There's a couple of reasons why. One is I'm coupling the behavior of this function to something else. Oh. Damn these hiccups. Okay, the other reason is the logic can change, the implementation can change. Well, the comments need to be updated along with it. Okay, so I'm going to just play with this just a little bit. I'm going to do it the other way, which is you encapsulate whatever the thing is that you want to check into a function that tends to express the same idea. You're absolutely right with that. You're absolutely right. It was on my mind, DZ. And I think I'm not long for this room without an extra cup of coffee coming my way. I am definitely waking up. Okay, so just I'm going to finish this thought though before I go down and get coffee. Okay, so the idea is I'll encapsulate all of this inside of a function. That function can have a contract. That contract can be expressed in the function name, and if I need to, I can add comments above it. Let's call it pushable. Okay, we'll pass it board. Also, let's see, return. There we go. Alright, that makes this one a little more simpler to write. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to try to go light on the comments. I'm trying out a new style of coding where you express the contract of functions. You let the functions self-document. You write more functions in places to allow that to work. Returns true if an object that could make a wall according to board heights is pushable. Alright, so with that, hopefully I have not regressed. We will see. Okay, make sure this one still works. Shown death, that's not good. Okay, that didn't work. This one is like, yeah. Okay, this one should still be fine. Okay, cool. I don't know why. Does block wall did not notice that the wall was pushable. Okay. Oh, it's already. All right, let's do this again. Oh, I forgot to turn off predictive. So when I'm debugging, I like to turn off a feature where predictions are made. The reason is that each one of those runs an extra instance of the game logic. So those squares that show up around the player as the player walks around are predictions. And each one's running like a future move in advance to see what will happen. And that makes debugging harder because you don't know which instance you're looking at sometimes. Okay. So now let's set the breakpoint first it's going to check north. Oh no, I haven't got there yet. Haven't got there yet. There we go. Here's where it's doing the check to see if it's time to kill the player because I've got no moves left. This is a weird set of recursion. Can walk to is calling player piece can walk to, which is calling back in. What? Why does this not recurse forever? Okay, so this is calling. Can walk to. Oh, okay, right. Okay, that's calling. This is a mess. I should fix that. The problem is I'm using this as like syntactic sugar to call this guy. And then I'm calling into the virtual override of this, and then it's going to call the base of this inside of it. So in here, I've got the override. The way for me to like make this less tricky is to just change the name of the signature in piece can walk to. Just come up with a different naming convention so that the one that's currently syntactic sugar has a different name than the one that's overridden. Overloads and overrides together are confusing me, and I just need to take out one of the things, which is overloading. Okay, but that's not the important thing. Let me just make a note. First one, -1, right? So here we should be on -1. Yep, okay. I'm gonna hit play again to do the south one. Okay, do we have 1? Yes, we do. Okay, this is the one. So O piece should be non-null. Oh, it's null. Maybe it's off by one thing. H is at 3. Which highlights do you mean? Like this stuff? Or like looking at the value? Oh, the syntax colors. Do you mean being able to see like can walk to with a different color than bool and override? Okay, what was H originally? This green rectangle. So, have you used the debugger before? This is just if I double click on any place in the call stack, it'll give me a highlight on whatever is currently about ready to be executed. So in a call stack, it's like this lowest one is the first function, and inside of it called this function, and then it called this function, this. So if I click on any of these places in the call stack right now, like the debugger is paused, it will highlight the most current line that's active in that frame of execution. So if I click on the very topmost function in the debugger, here it's showing actually yellow. This is the very next line that will execute. And if I go down a level to the function that called is wall pushable, which does wall, block, wall, it's got this green thing around it, and that means that after this function returns from its call, it's going to be back to here. But yeah, I don't know if you use the debugger yet or not, but it's very powerful. It's very, very helpful. A lot of people don't use the debugger. A lot of people get very far without using it. But particularly in games, because games, like, sometimes a lot of the things you're trying to solve are timing issues, and it's hard to get the exact conditions that you want set up before you start debugging in the code. But it's actually pretty valuable if you can use that as a tool. I think Digital Zombie is kind of screwed out of using a debugger because he's modded a different game. Well, I suppose I think DZ, he can use the debugger while he's working on his code inside of his own sandbox project. But I'm guessing when he adds the mods back into the long dark game, that then it's just kind of like a hopefully it works type of a thing, trial and error. All right, so let's see, what was I doing? So it was curious to me why it didn't find an O piece at the location. I think this has to do with I know why, actually. See, this is what I'm talking about, Plundyton. A lot of programmers, they don't use the debugger, and even ones that are pretty far along. But try it sometime, particularly if you get a function that you can control the starting conditions of it, and that one function is not behaving as you thought it should, then that's a great time to use the debugger. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, that's right. Okay, it's not. I forgot. Blocks are not O pieces; they're M pieces. Okay, got it. I can fix this. I understand. I think game development kind of forces us in that direction a lot of times. Oh, I changed it while I was running. I hate it when I do that. Alright, yeah, you're not going to do anything at this point. Might as well restart you. There we go. Alright, so let's see. That is one down. So I get to put this up above. Fixed. Alright, this next one's going to be hard. So hard that I better get a cup of coffee before I start on it. So I'll leave you briefly with the holy algorithm while I go get some coffee. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, what DZ said, but just acquaint yourself, you know? That's the advice I give. Not saying use it all the time, but just if you understand it, you understand the tool, it's going to be there for you when you find the situation that needs it. Alright, next one. This one's harder. Let me see if I can set it up to reproduce it. So in chess, a stalemate is when moves are available to you, but they're always the same forced set of moves. And you are effectively at a dead end, even though you could keep moving. And in chess, what they do is they say, okay, you can keep moving, but since your last set of moves were in a repeating cycle, then you automatically are either not allowed or it's a draw, you know. But so our game obviously will have different rules, but I'm going to follow the same sort of algorithm. First, make sure I can reproduce this. It's actually a little hard to set up this specific case, but the playtesters kept running into it, so okay, we'll see if this does it. I don't know that it will, to be honest. Oh yeah, what's up with that? That is not the beard. That's it's like a chucker. Is it a chucker? No, that's a beard. He should be moving around. What's up with that? Oh, I gotta step on the grass in order to make him upset. That's right. Okay, well that'll actually help me because I can... Okay. I think, how does this work? Setting this up is a little bit tricky. So I could put the grass down there. If you step on it, then you would be able to move south. Yeah, all right. As soon as I drop down there, he'll be active and he'll either go this direction or this direction. Let me see if this is a proper stalemate. west, I can go east. I can go west, I can go east. West, east, west, east, west, east. Okay. So there's always a possibility that something else is happening in the level that might disrupt the stalemate. But I need to rule on the side of breaking the stalemate, potential stalemate, in some practical way. So I could say, if the number of moves that are available to you is only one, and the move you made is the same as the one made 2 turns ago, and this is true for X number of turns, maybe 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then that's a stalemate. I kind of like keeping it low, even if there is a potential of something happening in the level that could disrupt it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you have the animation, no moves left, and you die. Okay, I think that is the rule that I want. Make a little pocket design here. I've got an electrician coming. I'm looking out for messages from him. All right. So the requirements. If only one move available and history steps shows alternation of same commands over X turns and kill player. That's the rec. My first solution. Death util. Kill player if stalemate. Okay, I want to write this in such a way that I can avoid checking too many times for checking redundantly for walking. So kill player is stalemate. Death util. Kill player What's a way to generalize both of these conditions? We'll say if insufficient moves. Okay. So inside of here, get a count. Possible moves. If 0, then kill off player. We'll say that the recorder. What is that thing called? I've got like a player move recorder. What is that thing called? Not screenplay recorder. Recorder. Command recorder. Okay. Let me look at command recorder. Alright, so I could add some code in here too. But you know what? Maybe I don't want to reuse this. Something like what's the data structure? I think it's got a queue. Okay. If 1, then add current CRH to queue. I think it's a queue. Else clear the queue. If queue return. And I'll just say, let's see, if the new CRH does not match a CRH from 2 turns back and clear queue. This can be simpler. This can be simpler. Key thing is it can all happen in this function. But there'd have to be some tracking. There have to be a tracking structure. I don't want to create a static value in this static class. Utility classes aren't supposed to keep state by my own standards. think I don't need a list though. I only need an object like this. Stalemate. History. It needs previous CRH, current CRH, and stalemate count. That's all I need. We'll say, we'll pass in board, player piece, effects, player piece will hold the state for their stalemate history. Okay, that's it basically. I think that's what I want. I can encapsulate this a little bit too. I can do okay. I think this is what I want to do. Uh, okay. So if it repeats, we increment the repeat count, but otherwise we reset the repeat count. So as soon as you do a non-alternating move, it doesn't matter how many times you repeated before. Okay. I think that will do it. Let's see. This is much better than having the list or the queue that I was thinking about. Because this is much more lightweight. You only have to check the last two turns, and you don't have to go over a whole list of turns and the squares you're at to detect it. You only need to check the last two, and you're either in a repeating state or you're not, and that'll give all the information needed. So I think that's a pretty good choice. Let me add in stalemate history here. Occurs to me I'm going to need stalemate history to be serializable and syncable to support all my existing code. Stalemate history, and then syncable. Create a copy constructor. Alright, don't really need this. 2. Wait a minute. You need mutable linkage. There. All right. So there's that. I will also need some accessors for. Let's just do. Pool. trying to stop myself from doing a lot of new allocations around these CRH data structures. So let's why? Why would it be ignored? Okay. I'll make a proper constructor, see if that resolves that. Oh. So because I had a different constructor, it was complaining about this. That's fine. That's fine. I'll just set it inside of here. Repeat count equals 0 actually doesn't matter. That's just the default value anyways. Okay. Okay, player piece, check for stalemate. Then I'm on the fence a little bit here. One, I've got a syntax error. What's that about? Finally got something missing. Oh, extra. Something extra that I don't want. Okay. So I'm on the fence about using the column row height from the player to check this. I think it'll work. I just wonder if it's going to confuse me later. I didn't want to pass in a column row height from the caller. I thought it was nicer to just do it this way. No, I think it's good. It's good. Okay. Let's do this other thing that was bugging me. Can walk to I just want some different sort of name for it. Consider a few other. Can walk from to. Versus can walk to. So this could be can walk from to. Yeah, I kind of like that better. Okay, so this will break a lot of stuff. Let's just see if I already have syntax errors. Okay, I'm good so far. This might be a big sweater thread monstrosity, so let's do a git commit in case I just want to give up and revert. Can walk from to. It does seem to beg for me to be consistent with these other things as well. Alright, let's do it. Let's see what needs to be changed. Piece actions. Let's just do all the ones that have got this sort of naming pattern. So slide should be like a slide 2. Oh no, this is walk. Okay. Can walk to. We'll do can walk from 2. Wait a minute. That should have worked. Oh. Well, that's wrong. Okay, it might be that because this can't compile, it won't pick it up. So let's fix that. Can move from 2. let's see what all fails. Yep, makes sense. Let's see, I need to do it. That's pretty good. Build that, see if that builds. Okay, that was probably pretty benign. Back to death util. Okay, so I've got stalemate history. I've got the player thing worked up. Okay. Walk util. Can walk in any direction. Replacement for this I don't think I need this function anymore. I like to delete things that I don't use. Okay, back to death util. Okay, so this changes. because it's a void. Can't do that. Alright. What? Oh yeah. You just gotta make token progress. That's what I do. If I don't got much motivation, I just do one little thing and screw off the rest of the day. If I do that one thing, then the machinery stays intact. Yeah. You're not me, though. You might work a lot differently. So need one other thing. So if there's more, okay, so you can give the player arms for custom animations. Give the fox the arms, and be an easy way to sync it to the hand animations. Are you thinking MVP on this one? Like, get it out first and then maybe make updates to it? Or are you trying to make a big splash and have like it... have most everything on the first release? Oh, you say the next update. So you already have been releasing it. I gotcha. I was trying to figure out your mindset. Some people are kind of like, let's add to it incrementally and maybe it gets better as months go by. Other people are like, I want to release something really cool all at one time so that everyone will see it with the potential that I do. Both approaches are reasonable, but it sounds like you're in the first camp. Iterative updates. Let's see, it's greater than 1, then I need another method to reset stalemate. You worried about the ability to mod a mod. I don't know. You say it out loud to me, and I'm like, easy route. And maybe if somebody cries out later on, this would be really cool if I could make this own animation for the thing. And then you say, okay, I see there's some demand for it. I'll see what I can do. I think that's how I would go. But, what do I know? It's just a little bit of information about your situation, and you have different motivations than I do. Oh, awesome. I can buy fake followers and primes and viewers and have my life be a lie. Also, if you don't get enough attention for your mod, you can buy some people to look at it from bigfollows.com. So there's one other thing I've got to do. I think I'll just build to find that other place, because I know I broke it somewhere. Oh, wait a minute. What are you complaining about? Just take this guy. Alright, this might be the fix. And if it works, I'm going to drop off the stream because I've got this electrician coming. I probably will drop off pretty quick, just because it's a series of things that are going to happen this afternoon that will interrupt me. And I don't want to be like going on and off the stream all the time for it. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Nope, it's not working. Oh, it's because I've got extra moves. Forgot. I didn't turn on pacifist mode for my player, which would limit her moves. She actually had 2 moves available to her. So let's turn pacifist on. That was actually a good test. That her ability to move into the guy counted as a move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Oh, that works pretty well. Let me check the other case. Oh, it caught a different kind of stalemate. So I could push. That would be my 1 move. But since this block is stuck there. I didn't even plan on this case. I just luckily was able to catch it too. Nice. Okay. I thought that was going to be a lot harder. I can see my time is coming up on 2 hours. That last one I probably spent about an hour on. It's just kind of straightforward, not adding too much complication. I've got some faith in it. I think the one thing I'll do is bring the stalemate history down 3, because it's 4 moves, but it's the 3rd move in a row where you detected a stalemate. And I really want it to be like 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's a stalemate. That's easy to keep track of and predict if you're a player in these situations. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. All right. DZ, Plundyton, if you're still on. Even CT People Man 114. I hope you have a good day. Even the People Man bot, have a good day, bot. Whatever makes you happy. I may come back on later, but I got all kinds of errands and interruptions and stuff, and that won't make a good stream. So I'll stop it here. Yeah, get DZ. I'm telling you, this is how it works for me. On those unmotivated days, I pick one token thing to do, and then recharge myself with the rest. The machinery's still intact. The mission's still intact. Still making progress. That's what I do. You do what you want. That's what I do. I'll see you.